Have you ever asked yourself what it really takes to create the success that you want? The dream life that you see other people living, and you're like, when is it your turn, right? What do you need to do? So besides all of the, pop culture manifestation and think positive and, visualize what you want, there are certain kinks that we have to work out internally in order for us to see actual real growth and results. In today's video, I'm going to share with you something so key and vital that is actually at the crux of success. I don't think a lot of people know about this or even talk about this. So let's get right into it. But of course, before doing so, please like and subscribe to this video so it could be more visible to more people. I love you so much. Happy to have you here, and let's dive straight in. So in order to create your dream life, right? The one where you finally feel like a success and you see the money come in and you see the clients come in and you see the prospects come in, whether it's business, relationships, whatever it is that you desire in life, you will be required to do this very important thing. And that is to be able to stretch your capacity internally to be able to hold more responsibility, more challenges, more struggle without throwing the towel in. And let me just tell you something. This seems easier said than done because maybe you've heard it, but I want you to really understand it as I am speaking to you right now. You have to be able to hold and stretch yourself to be able to maintain and contain everything that is going to be happening on your journey to success. And most people are not ready to do that. And I'm going to share some juicy details as we go on in this video. Let me just remind you of this little phrase. Those who succeed are the ones who simply never stop. Those are the people who just keep on going. But why do people stop? Why do some people start taking action and then they stop midway? Maybe they bumped into obstacles, challenges, faced rejection, whatever it is, and then it was like, let me just turn my back on it. Let me pursue something else, or let me not do it. It's not meant for me because they bumped into an issue. And the answer is tolerance levels. Every single human has a different tolerance threshold for pain, even for success, right? We all have our own limits. So if you have a low tolerance level to embrace different challenges, different, difficult emotions, then all of those obstacles are going to be a sign for you to say, all right, this isn't for me. I gotta stop. Something isn't working. Those people see an obstacle or a challenge as a stop sign. I'm not meant to go there. This is not the path of least resistance. This isn't for me. I'm going to stop. Instead of seeing that challenge as a teaching moment, what is this teaching me? What can I do differently? What can I resolve internally in order to get to the other side? Let me give you an example, okay? Let's say that you're trying to build your business and you gotta get on sales calls, all right? You get on that sales call and you get rejected. Like just full-blown rejection. If you have a difficult time handling or processing your emotions, and we could call that like emotional regulation, then you will want to simply shut down. It's going to ruin your day, and you're not going to want to have anything to do with this. And this act of not being able to process your emotions is creating resistance and actually blocking you. It's closing up the space for blessings to come through. But I want you to imagine that you're having those difficult emotions as you bump into an obstacle, as you get rejected, and you actually have tools to use to process that emotion. Whether it's EFT, whether it's deep breathing, whether it's moving your energy, like just physically, because emotion is energy in motion. And then once you're regulated again, you keep forging on, you take the next step, right? You centered yourself and you continue on. A lot of people just start spiraling out of control, right? and the emotion feels negative and the thoughts feel negative and then your beliefs feel negative, and it almost feels like it's impossible to do and create and, succeed in whatever you're trying to do. But the truth is that those who set themselves apart over here are the people who could actually process emotions quicker, and they could center themselves, and then they pick themselves up and they continue going. They create more space for things to come through to them. Being able to do so is what makes you so incredibly powerful, and this is what sets you apart from the crowd. And this is what most people don't realize. This is the secret, that their emotional capacity and how much they could hold is directly connected to how much they could earn. But if they become so identified with a difficult emotion and the ego comes into play and everything gets blurry, that definitely turns into a stop sign and resistance, and then the other side is invisible. And then it looks like just a few lucky people made it. But that is not true. And I don't want that to be the case for you. You got what it takes, I promise you. You know the saying that God only gives you what you could handle? Well, if you're telling God, look, I get so overwhelmed every time, someone rejects me, or I get so exhausted from the 3 clients that I have, why on earth would you think that God would say, here's another client, when you're clearly showing him or her that you cannot handle? I've had clients before, coaches as well, right? Where they got so attached to every project, every client, that every little thing that happened that didn't go their way took them out, completely took them out of their center, out of alignment. What do you think happens? How can more come through to them if all these little things throw them into a tizzy? It's impossible, because if it takes everything from you, where is the space for more? Where is the space for more blessings? We have to learn how to regulate our emotions and stretch our internal capacity to hold, to maintain, to be able to hold it all, negative and positive. It goes both ways. And the easiest way to do that is, as I said before, if you do encounter a struggle, if you do bump into a challenge, breathe through it, accept it, because acceptance is key over here. You cannot grow or change anything if you don't accept reality first, because when you accept something, you basically diffuse any resistance, right? You don't want resistance here, because resistance is what blocks those blessings. So you first want to diffuse it. This is how you create space, and then you pick yourself back up and you ask yourself, what do I want to create? And I talk about this in the Flying Higher a lot, because it all starts with responsibility. It starts with understanding how your ego is wired, how your negative beliefs have shaped your reality, and how to integrate those negative beliefs in order to create the life that you deserve. I keep saying this all the time. Manifestation requires space. If you're always dealing with drama and toxicity and whatnot, you are blocking precious space and energy for things to come through, and I don't think enough people realize this. I'm glad that my clients do, and now they understand why it's so important to do the internal work, right? To work out those internal kinks. You need to understand that your body, mind, and emotions all need to be on the same page. And if only your mind wants something, but your body and your emotions are not on board, then how can you actually get what you want? You have to align all 3. I'd love to know, how this video hit you? How does it resonate for you? Because I truly believe in you. I believe in your success. I believe that we are unlimited humans with unlimited potential, and all we need to do is learn how to tap into those spaces. But it all starts on the inside. That's where it starts. That's where our reality gets created. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I am rooting for you. Make it a great one, and I will see you next time.